Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to do a reading for you guys. It is the last few hours of 2022. Can't say that I'm sad to see this go. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is working up that courage to make the move. What move? Who's working up what courage? I'm just asking. I kind of need to know. I need to know because I need to know. So let me get the cards that I'm going to be using. Here we go. We'll use some of this right here. And I think we're going to go ahead and pull from here as well. So, do you guys have plans for New Year's? It's already New Year's Eve, and in some places, it's New Year's Day. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Let me tie my hair back. Let me completely tie it back so that I don't have anything interrupting me. So, whew. So, my plans for today involve staying in my jammies, just like every day. All right. Let me just get some cards so that we can commence with our reading. All right. That works. Okay, guys. Ooh, that energy is already starting to become that much more intense. I don't know what's going on, but y'all better leave me out of it. I'm just trying to do one final reading with you guys before the next year starts. So, should I wear jammies today too? Absolutely. You should be comfortable. So my culture has this superstitious belief that whatever you're doing when the clock strikes midnight in your area, that's what you're going to be doing all year long. Now, I do want to share something with you guys. I'm going to share it. Boo, where are you going? All right, let me see if I can find it. All right, it's here somewhere. I saw it earlier. Okay, you know what? What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I should be able to see my memories, right? Here, memories. Now, I want to share this with you guys. So, how do I, because I don't want you guys to be seeing certain things. How about I just, okay, hold up, like this. And we'll screenshot it. We will screenshot it. So I'll screenshot. There you go. And we'll just crop out some of the stuff that, I'm all about that privacy. I'm just saying. So going back to what I was saying, I don't want y'all to know who I be talking to on here. Next thing you know, some weird people are trying to message my people. All right. So let's close that out and let's pop this open. And I just want to show this to you guys and share here. This region. Yes. All right. So this was a post that I had seen pop up on my memories for today. And I was talking about how my culture has this belief that whatever you're doing when the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve is what you will do for the rest of the year. Right. So this is how I was starting 2022. And it says, I'm currently working on my course content for the next level of my certification program while I listen to my family having some good fun. I truly wouldn't mind spending the rest of my year like this. For the first time in my life, I'm finding an actual comfort in my purpose and place in my journey. Been a tough year, but one that has positioned me to achieve so much within myself for this upcoming period. Here's to growth like you've never thought you could grow. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened through this entire year. I exponentially grew my academy. I did everything that I didn't think I would be able to do. I did it with minimal effort, minimal struggle on my end. It's not to say that it was easy. It is to say that when I allowed myself the permission to begin this period in that way, when I allowed myself to find that courage to thaw out the emotions that I had towards my petals and my thorns, I really set the stage for me to make it a watershed year for myself and my team and all my companies. And that's kind of what's happened. That's kind of what's happened, you know. Um, with the reading being titled the way it is, working up that courage to make the move. I don't know where this reading is going first and foremost. Okay. I don't know where this reading is going first and foremost, but I don't want to diminish it to just be something about some silly boy or some silly girl or some silly whatever you're into, and, diminish it to something that you can't even actually control, because you can't control other people. Regardless of what your soul connection is, you cannot control other people. So let's kind of keep an open mind as to where this reading is going to take us. The cards are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, good. Good. You're ready. So let's see. Yes, absolutely. So, prosperity and power. These are the first two cards that's setting the tone for how this 2023 is going to go for you. Okay. Think about it. 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals what? 7. Equals 7. This is a year of completion. This is a year where you can go ahead and close out old cycles, initiate new cycles that you are consciously choosing what those cycles will be, right? Concealment. There's something being hidden. Is this an emotion you're hiding from yourself? Are you the one needing to work up the courage to make this first move, to really, do that power play, right? Power plays don't necessarily have to involve hurting, harming, defrauding other people. It's not. Sometimes the most powerful power play is to simply make a decision and stick to it. Ooh, I'm saying that gave me goosebumps. Make a decision and stick with it. So maybe what needs to be decided on is the lack of balance, the lack of stability, and the lack of opportunity and permission to heal. Are you not giving yourself the permission, the opportunity, all of that, right? So this is the period where you're going to need to begin giving yourself that permission. Security, which is cottage. when you allow yourself to come home to yourself, I'm sorry. When you allow yourself to enter into your space of center, some really beautiful things can begin to happen. First off, um, some of the blockages that exist and prevent your energy, your manifestation capabilities from truly blossoming, that tends to resolve. The things that you want tend to become the things that you need. And because of that alignment, you tend to be able to manifest those very things. The things that I want and the things that I need are one and the same at this point in my life. The things that I want and the things that I need are one and the same at this point in my life. If what you want is not what you need, I promise you, your soul is not going to give you something that you don't need. If you want someone, a specific someone, but you don't actually need them in your life, sorry. Okay, if you want a specific someone, but you don't actually need them in your life, there's a high likelihood that even if that does happen and you connect with that person, that's probably going to crash and burn, right? So the relationships, the connections that you have had for a prolonged period, those are the connections that you need, regardless of the details of how those relationships have gone. Those are what you need. That's why you still have that connection, right? I'm sorry. I'm getting really nervous. Um, okay. I'm just gonna keep reading. All right. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Mhm. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Okay. That's not even how I sing, to be honest. Okay. So, card number 44 is Seek Beauty. With this being card number 44, what's happening here is that there is someone who is having a lot of wish fulfillment thoughts and they center around you and your light. And the number 44 is telling me that this is someone who is a reflection of you. This is someone who um hold on. Um Hey, can you check the stove to make sure nothing's burning? Okay. Okay. You took it completely off the stove? It's not my new cast iron pot, is it? Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, I just needed to make sure that we weren't burning down the house for New Year's because that's not part of my plan of how I'm going to spend the new year. I'm telling you that right now. That's not part of my plan of how I'm going to spend 2023. No, I'm not going to participate in that. I'm going to be like, listen, okay, you want to burn down the house I'm in? All right, fine. Now I'm going to play the lotto and I'm going to win that bitch. And I'm going to buy a fucking compound. Because fuck that shit. I'm saying, fuck that shit. And you better make sure that's a slow burning fire because I want all my crystals out of the house right along with my children before shit gets burnt. I'm just saying, okay. And I don't give a damn if winning the lotto is going to give me enough budget to buy more crystals. I love my crystal babies that I already have. I will use some of that budget to buy more crystals, but I'm saying once I bond with you, you're stuck with me. Okay. Okay. Now, unless the world is ready for me to live in a compound and never actually exit my property, you're just going to let me live in peace in my rented space. I'm just saying, okay? Stop. Okay. So, going back, someone is seeking beauty in their life, and it's this sense of like you're the most beautiful thing that they could think of. So, um I got nothing to say. I mean, how can you argue with that? You're pretty, you're pretty flying popping. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty flying popping. So, um, yeah, someone's feeling you. Carrying on. Card number 38, acceptance of love. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all are all, love on the brain. There's just a whole bunch of love on the brain. That's what I'm seeing. Just a whole bunch of love on the brain. That's all y'all are thinking about. Some gone with the wind type love. That's fine. That's fine. That's the next step after this. I'm saying, that's what you want. That's what you got. You want love this year? You haven't had healthy love in a while? You want love this year? Good, you're going to get it. You can have it. There you go. Are you happy? Say yes. So let love be your beacon. What is going on here? um, I have Capricorn in my Venus, and I'm not really like lovey dovey like that. This is uncomfortable. So letting love be your beacon, right? Allowing for the self to be guided to receive. 4 + 2 is 6. So you're being guided to allow yourself to receive. And what are you receiving? Well, you're going to be led to it by using love as your beacon. Oh no, I have that. I need to flip it back around. So you're not going to be guided to it. Someone is already being guided towards you. You see this little lantern that you have, right? Because that's you. At this point, that's you. You're all up in that sacral chakra energy. They thinking you super sensual and everything. I'm saying, forgive me in advance. Hormones, hormones. Stop. So this is you, right? You with your this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Now you done did it because look, someone's looking at your light. They're focused. hmm And you're watching them focus on you. You guys, this is some. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. You let that shine real good because now someone is like looking for you. Trust your own understanding. So whoever was like, whoa, wait, whoa, what is she talking about? Is she talking about what I think she's talking about? Is she talking about who I think she's talking about? Yeah. Whatever it is, yes. Trust your own understanding. hmm hmm I'm saying. Okay. So, whoever this is that is working up the courage to make that move, that power move, they're about to take some action. You know what I'm saying? They're winding it up, winding it up. I need some action. They're winding it up. Okay. You know what it is? You know what it is? Because I heard someone's like, "What is going on with this girl for the past how many days now?" So my husband's like really been working out. And his pheromones are activating my pheromones, which is an amplifying his pheromones, which is an amplifying my pheromones. So that's what it is. Someone's about to take some action. Whatever that action is, I'm not gonna look. I'm saying I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna give you your privacy. Whatever that is, I'm drooling at this point. I'm drooling. I'm aware. I'm drooling. It's okay. Balance. We have to make sure whatever this is, it has to have balance, because if not, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out for you. Okay. It's going to give rise to you creating something, giving birth to. I think some of you might. I make a really good godmother. I'm saying I'm not all up in your business. You can contact me anytime for some tips for children, medical things, whatever it is. But I'm not all up in your business. I'm not going to be correcting the way you parent. I'm just saying I make a really good auntie and godmother. Okay. You don't even have to remind me. I will ask my personal assistant to let me know a week in advance when it's time to buy baby a gift. Okay. You can FaceTime me whenever you want. I'm not just going to show up. If you need me to babysit, drop ship the baby over to me. I will keep the baby a week, 2 weeks, a month, however long you need to rest. Okay. I'm saying, but don't say I didn't tell you. hmm hmm Someone is trying to have some faith that if they close their eyes, nothing's going to happen. Stop it. Stop it. A lot of things are going to happen. Not to me, though. Right? I'm saying I'm too old for that shit. I will babysit for a month. I will suck it up for a month. After that, I need my rest. I'm too old for that shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't know, though. No, we're too old for that. We like our sleep now. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so getting back on track. Shifting my focus away from your reproductive organs. Shifting my focus away from your reproductive organs and placing them back on the reading. There's a path that you're on. There's something that you're kind of being pushed towards. Well, I wouldn't say that you're being pushed towards it. I would say that that's where you are naturally headed. Okay. And as you elevate in your understanding of yourself and your life, what ends up happening is you reach another layer of that existence. You know what I'm saying? So, growth. Allowing that growth to basically encompass your entire world, right? Allowing that growth. I'm all covering myself now. Allowing that growth to be felt in all the spaces of your existence, and that time is irrelevant. The only thing you need in order to allow this growth to occur on an exponential level is change, allowing the change, not controlling that growth, just allowing things to unfold in the way it's meant to. So, all right. I mean, who needs peace? Trust me, life is more interesting if there's no peace. I mean, we don't want war and conflict, but I'm just saying, um, if you have peace all the time, so I'm not trying to convince you, I'm just explaining something. But if you have peace all the time, then peace just becomes boring. It's when you have the intermittent struggles, intermittent chaos. It's when you let Emmy into your life for a few weeks. that you will then begin to understand the true definition of peace, right? So be ready for that. Your perception of a lack of peace is what's going to cause you to go ahead and seek out that peace. Fear in reverse, because no. Yeah, no, look at this picture. Right? It's like something outside of you is going so far out of its way to really confine you within yourself. I mean, is that necessary? I don't know. This is almost like a sense of someone, maybe it's a person that's so fixated on you. I'm wondering. It might be the person that's fixated on you, I'm not sure, but someone is fixated on you, and they're trying to send you all these messages from their shadowy self, and they're trying to get through to you, but you are totally encased in that, um, the yoke of your Christ consciousness. Mm, I'm saying. Hold up. Um I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm like this. Ooh. Okay, let me stop. Okay, here goes. So you're going to be going through a transformation, and that transformation is going to require more intense levels of compassion for self. I feel like you've really gone out of your way to try and master the concept of compassion for others, but you haven't taken the time to learn how to apply the concept of compassion to yourself in your journey. And you need to allow that to happen. Okay. You need to allow that to happen. No, I'm not. Hold on. Um, okay. That's not funny, Michael. So, limitless in reverse, though. I think the time for you to continue forward in your journey is now. I think all of these periods of self doubt that you've experienced, all the ways in which you haven't allowed yourself to move forward. You know, you've kind of just been stuck in this space of doing the same thing every year, same environment, same doubts, same fears, same insecurities every year, year in, year out, year in, year out. I think it needs to stop. I think this is the time where you really need to make sure that um, when you're going to start this new year, you have a very clear understanding of the generalities of what you want. Going back to that post that I shared from last year, I was very clear about what I wanted, a continuation of what I was doing in that moment. This thing that brings me peace, that makes me feel accomplished, that gives me a richness in my understanding of my purpose and the gravity of that purpose, and how it interweaves with other people's lives, right? So it's definitely important to make these decisions and to really commit to those decisions. If you make these decisions and you don't commit to it, then you're just having a casual conversation with yourself. You're not actually making plans. You're not setting goals. You're not allowing yourself to reach places within your journey where you can really accomplish things. Working up that courage to make the move, to move out of those spaces you've existed in that haven't led to a sense of fulfillment for you, and to relocate into the places within your thoughts, within your emotions, where you can really begin that process of expansion, amplification, manifestation, right? Awaken, allowing yourself to become aware, to exit out of that space of pretending that you don't know. You do know. You do know. Shine in reverse. Dimming yourself is not going to get you any further. You know, once upon a time, once upon a long time ago, um, I had this thought that if I went ahead and I allowed myself to exist in the dim spaces with the dim people in dim circles, um, because it's just different than the way I shine. That if I allow myself to dim my shine, I could continue to exist in those places where the people have welcomed me, but we're so different. And it usually doesn't take more than, say, a year before the people in those spaces become uncomfortable, because as soon as I become comfortable and allow more of my shine to come through and be witnessed, those people who welcomed me while I was pretending to be less than what I am suddenly are uncomfortable. Suddenly I'm the competition. Suddenly I'm the one setting the bar, and so everyone else uses me to prove themselves by attacking me, by all of these different things. And it's like, do I deserve that? No. Did I initiate that? No. Did I help to co-create and sustain that? Yes. Yes, because I was rejecting the reality of where I belong. And it's not that I belong here and you're here because you're dimmer than me. No, it's that you're here and I'm here, and we should be side by side as equals, allowing ourselves to shine at the appropriate um, level of shine that we were created to do. Right. So that's the thing. Um, Are you allowing yourself to reach levels of awareness of what you're actually here to do? Cosmic connection. Someone is trying to connect with you. I can't even laugh about it anymore. Someone is trying to connect with you. It's a very intense desire for connection. It's a very intense desire and need that I sense from someone that I'm assuming they already know who you are, or there's someone from your past and they're seeking a way to reconnect with you, or maybe this is someone you met in passing. You didn't really get a chance to get to know each other. Um, Maybe you saw each other at the coffee shop, or maybe you saw each other visiting a friend, a mutual friend that you guys have. Or maybe you have a mutual friend online, and um, they have been seeing you interacting with other people, and that's what's gotten their attention. Um, I don't know, but there's this like intense desire to connect, to be in proximity, right? So the emotions are the very thing that's going to take you on a sacred journey. The emotions are the fuel that kind of moves you along. Um, Sometimes it's the very emotions that will help you to better understand, um, to help you better understand how to flow through whatever process you're in. I don't know if that makes sense. Because sometimes we don't know how to flow. Sometimes, in our desire, in our attempt to try and have some control over the way our journey unfolds, we end up creating blockages. You think of your energy as like water, right? How do you get water to flow in the direction you want it to flow? you create blockages, you dam the water up, right? And that will restrict the flow. So, and because the flow is, the path is blocked, water will naturally try and find another pathway to utilize with less resistance, a pathway that has less resistance. So, this is about the level of resistance that's occurring, um, and the need for that resistance to be diminished. I think it's your soul. Well, I think it's everyone's soul that's involved, whatever the circumstance is. All the souls that are involved are kind of requesting that, that the flow be allowed, that more flow, less constriction, less restriction, right? Um, ooh, okay. So this comment right here. Water can create and move mountains. And what Michael says to me is water doesn't create or move mountains, specifically the moving of the mountains. He goes and he's like, blah, 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 blah. And then he says this one liner of like, much like the way the water interacts with the mountains, it erodes the blockage. And over time, the resistance to the flow will be leveled, right? It will be leveled. Why? Because the water is ever so gently etching away, etching away, etching away, right? Does water drown? I want to ask you guys, does water drown? Fish don't drown in water. Eels don't drown in water. Whales don't drown in water. What causes drowning? Immersing yourself in environments that you are not compatible with. Environments that are not natural to you. So that's a very powerful message, where it's this message of even when you allow yourself to exist in spaces for short periods, short bursts, spaces that are not compatible with you, it can definitely have a very negative, very adverse effect on you, right? It can have a very adverse effect on you. It depends on where you allow that energy to flow into. Like the human body is made of, I think, 70% water. So, how can what we are made of kill us? Well, if it enters into the spaces it doesn't belong. When you allow the energy, the thoughts of others, that don't belong within you, when you take it in as truth, yeah, it can absolutely have catastrophic effects on you in your journey. And it's up to you what you want to do with what you're exposed to. It doesn't take much water to create catastrophic situations. I remember in high school, it was during PE. For some reason, we were in a lecture hall, and the teacher, the teacher that I had during that period was the football coach, and he was just like really intense guy, right? He used to get mad at me for curling my lashes in class, like yeah, he, you see this? This is an eyelash curler, and and so I would bring that with me to school, and I remember one day he walks up to my desk. Class hasn't started yet, by the way. He walks up to my desk, he starts rummaging through my metal lunchbox, my metal freaking Karopi lunchbox. And he takes that out and he's like, "What is this? I see you using this every day before class." Yeah, I'm putting my face on. And he's like, "What is it?" He's all offended. And he says it looks like a circumciser. I was like, you're inappropriate. Yeah. But he was telling us a story where there were a whole bunch of guys during homecoming. They went over to the creek. The creek was pretty much dry, but they were there at the creek and they had been drinking, and everyone kind of just had a whole bunch of 40s and got drunk. And so when everyone woke up the next morning, they had like a little bonfire there. When they woke up the next morning, their one friend who was the most drunk actually was unalived, because he fell off of what he was sleeping on. He didn't fall a very high distance. Um, he fell face down and he was passed out. And it just so happened he fell into, I think it was like 2 inches, a 2 inch deep puddle, just enough to cover his face like this. That's all that was in the puddle. Um, it was enough for him to die. It was sad. It was very, very sad. But that's the thing, though. We think that environments have to be excessively toxic to be so detrimental to us that it would um, unalive the parts of us that we need the most. No, it just takes you not being able to pay attention. It takes you not being in the right frame of mind. It takes you being in an environment where no one else is looking out for you. Because guess what? Everyone else was drunk too. Everyone else passed out as well. No one had any idea until they all woke up the next day and their friend was cold, face down in a puddle. That's sad. That's very, very sad. But if you apply that type of analogy to your life, to your journey, like, have you been allowing yourself to believe that oh my god. Okay. Anywho, um we have to make sure that we understand where we're at. This is the eve of us and the entire globe um, being positioned to make decisions that can alter the trajectory of your entire year. A year that can be used to, Frey's cooking for me right now. He's not flirting with me. um, this is the year where we can really position ourselves within our lives to choose things that will create a richness in our experiences, a richness in our connections, a richness in the way we love others and in the way we allow ourselves to receive love from others. Um, Working up that courage to make the move. Courage, make the move. I don't know. It seems like there's another message to that. Lion-headed Simamuka, the ecstatic Dakini. Card number 12. Old age brings wisdom and fear certainty. Yeah, you'd think that, right? You would think that. You would think that as you grow older, you will gain more wisdom and more certainty. A reality is, and I'm about to be harsh and abrasive right now, okay? If that's not your thing, plug up your ears really quick. Earmuffs, cover them up. Some people just get old, period. They don't get any wiser. They don't develop a fierce certainty. They just continue to flounder in the life that has not been worthy of them for the entire life they've lived it, the entire time they've lived that life. So maybe we can come up with a plan, right? Or maybe we can kind of frame this in a way where you can choose to shift your perception on your own terms at your own time. What if what if I totally forgot what I was going to say. Y'all are making my vein pop out. It's going to be okay. We're going to set this card aside. Yeah, no, let's just set that aside. Michael said something to me, and whatever I was thinking, it was profound, and it's gone. God, preserver of the celestial realms, the life force within us is the same power that created the universe. So that's telling me that we're being reminded the life force within us is ours, and we can use that to create outside of us, just like we were created inside of us. Does that make sense? Allowing yourself to experience periods of involution for your evolution. Ooh, love it. The ecstatic Dakini, lion-headed Simamuka. Old age brings wisdom and fierce certainty. So I don't know. The sense that I get is that for some, they've been absolutely marinating in some sort of feeling, some sort of thought, some sort of specific disappointment. And they've been doing this for years and years and years. And it's kind of just been this thing of rather than developing wisdom as the years go by, rather than allowing that wisdom to cultivate a fierce certainty about their proper place, who belongs around them, some of what their purpose is, it hasn't been that. Hi. Let me see. Sorry. No, don't show them. No, I'm going to go eat out there. I love you. So my food is ready. Rather than experiencing all of these beautiful things that occur with age, they've just been getting grumpier and grumpier. The path of the intellect can yield a long life. What's the point of having a long life if you're miserable in it? You see, sometimes when we allow our intellectualization of things that are rooted in emotions, rooted in spiritual process and spiritual Paladorian contract stuff, right? You might live long in your perception because you haven't been living enough. So a day is still a day. It's still 24 hours, no matter where you are in the world. But if you're in a space of happiness, 24 hours is just not enough time. Like, you want more time. Like, I can't believe the day is done, right? Versus having to work a 24-hour shift at a job you hate. That's going to drag. That's going to absolutely drag, right? So being very careful about the way you spend the time that you're given. Extend your awareness to the energetic edges or boundaries of the universe. Did they pin you down? Oh my God. They pinned him down. Look at this. You see that? They pinned the foot, the other foot, the arm. What is going on here? Oh my God, is someone trying to pin you down? Extend your awareness to the energetic edges or boundaries of the universe. This is kind of telling me that someone is like at the outer perimeter, just burning away. Burning away with this desire to like be able to just pin you down. I know how to grapple, motherfuckers. I know how to grapple. I'm saying, if you think it's gonna be some like cute thing where you're gonna pin me down, I'm gonna be like, stop. I know how to choke you with your own shirt while you're sitting on top of me. If my arms are free, I'll probably do that to you. I don't like being restrained either. That's a surefire way for me to get extra spicy as I play with you. The Red Buddha family of the West replaced greed by cultivating discrimination. I think the better word versus discrimination, because of, colloquial use of that word, like, I'm just sick of the world. Rather than discrimination, cultivating discernment. Okay. Cultivating discernment and allowing yourself to be extra aware of exactly what's going on in your environment. He makes Korean barbecue for me sometimes. He grills it in front of me. Hmm. He even cuts it up in small pieces. I swear, and not trying to toot my own horn or anything. I'm just saying, I'm taken care of. So, for any of you that think you're going to be getting my attention, I don't even realize you exist. I'm all focused on my man. He feeds me. Can you cook? No? Go away. Mhm, mhm. Can you be domestic? No? Go away further. Okay, let me stop. Okay. Lovemaking can bring wisdom and compassion or mire us in lust. Union of wisdom and compassion. I don't know. Y'all might want to be careful. Careful what you do with your Shakti. Because I think for some people, you might be coming across some spiritual F boy or F girl. So be careful with that. Those are the worst kinds. Guiding the dead safely through the bardo. Death is only a door. Choose a door leading to the light. Okay. It's in reverse, though. So it's a question of, is this person made of darkness or light? Darkness is not intrinsically evil, right? It's just not. So if they're made of darkness, then yeah, maybe they'll choose a door that's leading to the light. If they're made of light, they might be infatuated with your shadows. They might be very, very infatuated to the degree that they develop a proclivity to wait for you there in the shadows, right? In the spaces that you don't frequent, just hoping and praying that at some point they'll be able to see you in your environment, in your natural environment, and seeing you be your most authentic self. I think for whoever this is for you, this is someone who thoroughly enjoys watching you in the process of silently blooming. They're able to witness the nuances in your growth and your perception that no one else notices, even without having conversed with you. They're very good at being able to um, truly and deeply witness you. So now they're working up the courage to make the move, you know? I mean, yeah. I got some raw carrots, celery, and such goodies. Anyone? You're welcome. So Maria, if you go ahead and you saute julienne carrots and sliced celery, and you saute it with a couple other veggies and some soy sauce and chicken broth, you have pancit. That's a Filipino version of chow mein. I'm saying it's good. Slice up some cabbage. saute it with chicken. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And if you get the double brewed soy sauce, extra dark, because your girl likes darkness. Your girl likes darkness, I'm saying. Mhm. 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 The browner my husband gets, I'm saying I love it. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Y'all don't even know what he looks like. You don't even know what ethnicity he is. That's okay. It's none of your business. Okay. Conquer ignorance and delusion through helping others. Mm, but see, here's the thing, it's in reverse. It's in reverse. So I think the real message here is to not allow yourself to become disillusioned by a lot of the teachings that have been going around where you're being encouraged, like super encouraged and gaslit into this existence of martyrdom. So it seems like for whoever is needing to build that courage, I think creation and your soul is sick and tired of you being miserable in your life, not having the things that you want and need around you. So you're going to have to develop that courage to go after whatever it is that you're needing to go after. Because that's just the bottom line. Just like I'm going to develop this courage to go and finish the entire massive plate that my husband just cooked for me. I'm going to eat it all. Like right now. So, guys, I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your New Year's Eve celebration. Please be safe. Please make sure that you shield yourself and that you allow yourself to be aware of the types of environments that you're entering into, especially at the beginning of this year. Okay. If you would like to learn how to work energy, if you'd like to, I don't know the link. Not bad. I was going to make an announcement. I don't know the link. Anywho, if you go to k33academy.com, I'll put that. Academy.com. Okay, there's the link right there. And you go under the products, you'll find where you can sign up for the morphogenetic workshop that I'm going to be having. I will be having that March 4th. And with that workshop, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of how to maintain your energy, your field, and all that lovely stuff. It's not enough for you to be able to extract yourself. It's not enough for you to be able to use it for clients, but it's definitely something, something really good if you're wanting to learn at the very least the basics of how to work your own energy. Okay. Tell my man you said what? I'm not going to tell my man nothing. I'm going to be eating and he's going to watch me eat. No, I want him to eat with me. I got to go. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live and be safe. Don't drink too much. Drink just enough or not at all. I'll give you a quick recipe for some drinks for tonight if you want to get drank. So you take about 3/4, no, you take half mango nectar, half carrot juice, and then you take, I don't know, the rest of the space you have left in the cup for champagne, and you got some bomb ass mimosas. I'm saying it's good stuff. So enjoy. I will see you guys again next year. Bye, everyone.